Okay, okay. Okay, welcome everyone. Shruti, Mansi, Prajakta, Vedika. Okay, welcome everyone. Okay, so today's portion is a small portion, okay, but we will cover in it some time, okay. It will take some time only, not a very difficult or not very big topic, okay. So I hope everybody has connected and we can proceed for the topic, right? So shall I start the topic? Okay. So let me share my screen to all of you so that you people will be able to see the screen. So guys, here is your last lesson, right? So out of this, we have completed some of its portion. Okay, 50% of this lesson is completed because we have taken this, okay, contour maps, what it is. So we performed one activity, right? I don't know whether you have performed it at home or not, but at least on online mode, I have explained you about this activity and why we are doing this activity, okay. So I hope it is visible to all of you. Just anyone make sure, okay. So what's screen visible to all of you? Okay, okay, thank you. Okay guys, so here is your last lesson, that is contour maps and landforms. So we started this lesson in the last lecture, but we couldn't continue or we couldn't complete it. So that's why we didn't include this chapter in your exam also. So let me ask you people, so have you understood this topic or this activity? Okay, this is the activity. You have to show the contour of this potato, okay, half potato on the map. So we know that paper is a 2D and this potato is a 3D object. So we cannot directly show as a 3D object on the 2D paper. So that's why we applied one trick. What we did, we did, okay, we cut the piece that potato into slices, three slices, okay, three pieces, and one by one we draw its contour, okay, on a paper. So each circle, or we can say, yeah, just call it a circular shape, okay, is showing the height of that particular slice, okay. So first of all, tell me, do you understand this experiment or not? Okay, then we will move ahead. Okay, Manse has uh, okay, performed it at home, right? Okay, so apart from this, just tell me why we are doing all this activity. Can anybody tell me why we are doing all this activity? What is the purpose of this activity? I will wait for 30 seconds, okay? Just write down if you know the answer or whatever may be your answer, whether it is right, whether it is wrong, no issue about that. Okay, to understand contour map. Okay, anybody else? Anybody else? Okay, somebody may having another opinion, another view on the same topic. Okay, Mansi is saying that to understand contour map. What about other students? I know I'm audible to them also. Okay, I'm asking to you people, okay? Write in the chat box whatever the answer. It is wrong, right, doesn't matter. But something should click in your mind. Okay? तुमच्या मेंदूमध्ये काहीतरी क्लिक व्हायला पाहिजे. Okay, I'm waiting for a minute now. Okay, our landforms. Okay, same student is giving answer. What about other students? Vedika, Rudra, Ashithi or Atithi, Prajakta, Shruti, are you people there? They are not responding. I think they have just opened and they have left the place. Okay, they have left mobile somewhere. Okay, so till their response, we will wait. Okay, Rudra. So I'm asking that activity we performed. Okay, that activity of the potato. So why we perform that activity? What was the purpose of that activity? Just give answer. Right, wrong doesn't matter. Okay, in the last lecture also, while explaining the activity, I have told you people why we are doing this. Okay, why we are taking potato as an example. Okay, okay, no issues. Okay, so friends, actually, our purpose, as Mansi has already written over here, right? That we have to show the landforms on the paper or on the map. We all of you know that map is a 2D object, right? It is a 2D. It is printed on the paper, and whatever there is a printed, if you go in the reality, it is a 3D object. For example, let's take the example of a mountain or hill, right? We see, suppose Mount Everest, okay, or Sayadri mountains on map, but it is in the 2D form. So what we cannot show that 2D, right? We cannot show that 3D on the paper. So what we have find the solution for that? We are making the slices of that mountain, but in actually we cannot do that slices. So we are just measuring it, okay, with the help of surveying maps, okay, surveying methods, other technology we have, okay, and after that we are just putting them on a map. So the same things we are going to see on the next topic. So here potato is taken as a hill. Okay, see here potato hill sketch. So basically if you are trekking on a potato hill, okay, that is drawn here, then there will be the height. First you will reach to the height of 30 meters, for example, then you will reach to the height of 60 meter. Okay, and after that you will reach to the top of that potato hill. So potato is considered as a hill over here or mountain over here. So in actual practice, we cannot cut that mountains, that landforms, other things, and we cannot show. So without slicing them, without cutting them, we are measuring it actually, and we are drawing it on the paper. So what did we achieve in this activity? We have transferred a three-dimensional object, the potato, into a two-dimensional picture. Okay, because maps are available in two dimensions, that is 2D. In reality, it is not possible to make the slices of a mountain or any other landform and place them on a paper or on the ground to draw a two-dimensional picture of that landform. Okay, as we just discussed, we cannot make the slices or the pieces of landform that is a mountain in reality, and we cannot uh, put it on the map, okay, on paper, and we can draw it. Okay, it is not possible in the reality. For this, mathematical survey methods are applied. Okay, so what we are doing, we are actually measuring the height of every place, or we can say some specific places on that mountain, and we are drawing the shape at that height. Okay, suppose a mountain is a 1,000 meter height. For example, let's take the example of a mountain which is a 1,000 meter of height. So what will we do? We will take first from zero, right? We will see what is the shape of that mountain at zero height. म्हणजेच पायथ्यापाशी संपूर्ण जो माउंटेन आहे त्याचा शेप कसा आहे, सर्क्युलर आहे की फॉर एक्झाम्पल इट इज रेक्टँग्युलर or it is uneven shape. Okay, then we will measure all these things through the satellites or other things. Okay, from drones, from cameras, from planes. Then we will draw it on the paper that yes, at 0 meter it is like a circular shape or rectangular shape. So after drawing that, we will climb to suppose 300 meter now. Okay, and we will reach at 300 meter, and we see that what is the shape of that mountain at 300 meter. Then what will we do? We will draw that shape inside that 0 meter. Okay, 0 meter circular orbit or circular shape. After that, we will reach to 600 meter now. Okay, at 600 meter height, and after that we will see that what is the shape at 600 meter. Okay, and we will draw it inside the okay, innermost circle, we can say, at innermost portion. Then directly we will reach to 1,000 meter, that is at the top of that mountain, and we will see here how is the shape of that mountain at 1,000 meter. So whatever may be the shape, okay, we will written it down over there. So from that, I hope you have understood, okay, how that maps are drawn on the paper. Okay, so for that purpose we use different survey methods. Okay, so you people understand how they will draw, or we draw the map or the contour lines of any mountain or any landform. Okay, so from next figures, there are some figures shown. Okay, some pictures are shown. From that, this idea will get clear. Okay, so see here, here is the a model of Earth's surface 11.1a. So is it visible to all of you? 11.1a. Okay, and my voice is clear to all of you? Okay, so see here, can anybody tell me that what you are looking here? For example, this is the model of Earth's surface. For example, what you are looking in this picture, this is a 3D picture. For example, it is giving you the 3D imagination. Okay, imagine it as a 3D, right? So what is inside this picture? Okay, see this picture 11.1a, a model of Earth's surface. See here. Can anybody please tell me that what are the things that are you looking in this picture, in this figure? Okay, figure which is at the left. Okay, not the second figure. Okay, place's name is there. Anything else? What are the landforms over there? See here, what are the landforms you are seeing in this figure? Yes, anybody? What are the landforms over there? Yes, Vedika, Rudra, Shruti. How many people are there? Total 5, 6 people are there. Okay, Mansi, Prajakta, Ashiti, Rudra, Shruti. Can you please tell me what is the landform? Kindly respond, friends. Respond because your response is very important for me. So you do not understand it, okay? What about other students? Okay, you can easily say, okay, simply say, I don't understand, or please explain. Okay, just if you're just keeping quiet, then I don't understand whether my voice is not reaching, or you people don't know, or is there any problem in presentation. Okay, just try to respond that whether you have understood, not understand. Okay, just don't be quiet only. Okay, see here now. See here are nothing. You can see it's yellow. Okay, yellowish green color, right? These are nothing but the mountain ranges. Okay, what is this? This is a 3D map of Earth where there are mountains. Okay, and these are the mountain ranges that you are seeing. Okay, elevations. I hope you are looking at elevations, that high point. Okay, in the figure, left figure, right? These are the mountain ranges. So, do you understand it? Okay, Mansi has understood. What about other students? Hello. Okay, Vedika. These are nothing but the mountain ranges. Okay, now for example, let's consider that you are going to visit that place. Okay, which place? This place, right? What is given? Koregaon, Wadi, Kinjal. The ABCD points are given right here. So if you are going to visit that place, you are going for trekking, for mountaining, and you are looking at this mountain ranges here, how big it is, what is up behind that mountain, what is where is the plain area, where is the valley. Okay, all these questions will come in your mind, but for that purpose what will you do? You will keep the map of that area with you, right? You will keep the map of that area with you. So how that map will look like? See figure here 11.1b, control line map. So this is one task for you. Compare these two maps, okay, or two figures. First one is 3D map, second one is the 2D map of the same surface. Is there any similarity between them? Are you able to see that both the maps, that is, one is contour map, another is the 3D model of Earth's surface? Okay. So basically, friends, yes. Okay, no issues. You can complete this lesson on the YouTube also. Okay, see here, A, B, C, D. So where there are A, it is flatland or is a valley. See the line, that blue line passing through A. Okay, that line A is a flatland or a valley. B line is flatland or a valley. C line, yellow line, is a flatland or valley, and D, again D is a flatland, right? So this is nothing but the same thing shown in the map, right? Wherever there is a flatland, there is a clear view or clear contour in the map, in the second map. But wherever there is a mountain range, okay, wherever there are mountains present, then as per the height, okay, of that mountain, the same is drawn on the map at the right. Okay. ओके, ज्याप्रमाणे माउंटनचा शेप आहे किंवा त्या पर्वत रांगेचा जसा जसा शेप आहे, तर त्याच शेपचं तुम्ही या मॅप मध्ये कंटूर लाईन्स बघू शकता. मग जर तुम्ही ही कंटूर लाईनचा हा जो मॅप तुमच्या सोबत जर ठेवला आणि सपोज तुम्ही त्या प्रदेशामध्ये गेलात, सो व्हॉट विल बी सो you will easily understand with this map that yes, at this place there is a plain area, at this place there is a mountain. You can also see what is the height of that mountain. Okay, at what place what is the height. So before moving ahead, we will see some questions which are asked based upon these questions, I mean images or figures. A model of relief in an area is shown in the figure 11.1a. So based upon that, observe it carefully and answer the following questions. Which landforms do you observe in the model? Okay, mountain ranges are there, reliefs or flat area, valley is there. Second one is, what is the general direction of ranges shown in the map? So हा जो काही मॅप दिलेला आहे, त्या मॅप मध्ये जे काही माउंटेन्स रेंजेस दिलेले आहे, तर त्याचे डायरेक्शन काय आहे, म्हणजे कोणत्या दिशेकडून कोणत्या दिशेकडे त्याची डायरेक्शन आहे. ओके, कॅन एनीबडी टेल मी की जे काही माउंटेन्स रेंजेस आहे, पर्वतरांगा आहे, यांची डायरेक्शन काय किंवा दिशा काय आहे? येस, एनीबडी अमंग यू? Okay, no issues. See here. See here. Okay, here. I hope you people can see this N. N stands for north. So this is the north direction, and opposite to that there is a south direction. So basically, these mountainous ranges are having the direction from west to east or east to west. Okay, see here, N is given, that is north is up to this side and south is opposite to that. And from upper side there is a west direction, and from the below side, downward side, there is west east direction. So that mountain ranges are directed from east to west. Okay, do you understand this? Yes, east to west or west to east. Okay, let's see what is the next question. Towards which direction is the flat land located in the map? So at which direction flat land is located? To the east direction, you can see. To the east direction, that mountains are finished and flat land is started. Okay, flat land is started. What are the maximum and minimum values of line in the map? Now see here the map. So minimum and maximum value of the lines, that is contour lines. You can easily see maximum is, I think, 800, not properly visible, but up to 800 is there. Okay, 800 is given, 800 600 somewhere. So maximum of 800 is there. What do these values indicate? Okay, so these values indicates the height of that particular mountain at some place. Okay, do you find any similarities between map and model in the figure 11.1 A and B? Okay, what are those? So basically they are asking that what is the similarity between figure A and figure B. So basically figure B is a contour map of figure A. Okay, which figure gives us more information, and what is that information? What is there any similarity between this map and a sketch map of Potato Hill? So can anybody tell me that potato map and figure 11.1b, is there any similarity between them? This map, right, contour map and Potato Hill map. So what is the similarity? Okay, so both the contour lines, both the maps are showing the height of that particular object. Okay, in potato map it is showing, or it is representing the height of that potato at 3 stages, right? We make the slices into 3 stages. That's why it is showing this height of potato in 3 stages. So here in contour map, that slices are different, more than 3 we can say. Okay, so these mountains shown here are measured at different places, more than 3 places. When you will start from 0, you will reach to some height. Maximum height is 800. Okay, for example, maximum height is 800 meter. So for example, you have made 4 places or 4 steps from 0 to 200 meter. You reach to the 200 meter, climb to 300 meter. So you have seen what is the geometry, what is the contour map of that. Then you draw it on the map. Again, from 200 meter, you climb to 400 meter. And from 400 meter, you see, okay, that yes, at this stage, the map or the mountain range is looking like this, then to 600 meter, and finally to top, that is 800 meter. So the same things you have drawn here. Okay, so let's see the geographical explanation, what they are telling more about this. While studying different landforms on the surface of earth, one has to take into consideration various facets of landforms like altitude, relief, slope, direction of slope, and the drainage. Okay, so these are the landforms. What? Drainage, slope, relief, altitude or height. So how these things are shown in the map, you have to understand it. Okay, for this, maps prepared using particular methods are used. Okay, to show all these things, to make the maps, particular methods are used. These maps helps us to understand the above characteristics of the landform. Whenever you take a map with you, or whenever we draw the map of any surface, okay, 3D surface on the 2D surface, it explains you these landforms, represents the landforms. What are the landforms? Altitude, relief, okay, height, slopes, drainage, okay, all these things. These maps are immense. Sorry, these maps are of immense use to mountaineers, trekkers, soldiers, defense officers. Okay, so who uses the maps actually? Those who are mountaineer, those who go for trekking, those who are soldiers. Okay, and they are at remote places, For example, Leh, Ladakh, Kashmir, Arunachal Pradesh, and all defense officers. They need these maps because they should know where they are located. Okay, they have to make the planning according to that, how we capture or how we can yes, capture the enemy soldiers over there. They should know the geometry of that area or that surface. Okay, for that purpose these maps are very important for them. These maps prove to be a great use in the planning for region 2. Okay, so for this purpose maps are necessary. And see here, here is the map of 3D map of earth surface. There are mountain ranges, drainage is there, okay, flat surface is there, and the same things are shown in the map. So whenever you will see the map like this, contour map like this, immediately the 3D image of that place or that area should come in your mind. Okay, whenever you see the map like this, contour map, you should understand, okay, the area 3D map of that area should click in your mind. Okay, when one sees a landform on a contour map, what is observer's position with respect to the landform? For example, a hill is shown with the help of contour on a line. From where do you think you are looking at it? So basically they are asking you that, see here, you are at point C suppose. Okay, you are at point C. So you should understand very first that where from you are looking at map. If you have the map with you, okay, but you don't know where you are located, then it becomes difficult for you to understand that map. Okay, so your position is important, where you should know the position, because from that you will understand that yes, behind me there is a mountain. Okay, from my left side there is a mountain, from my right side there is a valley. Okay, so you should know the position, and from that, knowing that position, you will be able to understand this map or that area properly. Now see here, another map is given, model of the Karha river basin, Saswad. So Saswad, this is the map of Pune, okay, from the Pune district. See here, there is a Jejuri, right? Jejuri given here, Saswad given here, Narayanpur is here, okay, Purandar, okay, see Purandar at the south. Directions are also given, south, east, west, and north. So see here, Karhe river basin and Mula Motha basin. So is it visible to all of you? Yes, Google Map is also. So Google Map is a modern equipment, or modern, we can say, one of the way for us. It's the modern mean to find out the way. But at some places you don't have range to your mobiles, right? There is no network connectivity. So what will we do at that places? How will we understand where we are going, what is next to us? For that purpose, maps are very important. Okay, see this map, Karha river basin म्हणजेच काय, जी काय करहा नदी आहे तिचं जे खोरं आहे तर ते कोणतं आहे? See here, at the south side there are some mountains, right? There is a mountains range at south side. So that mountains range from south side, it goes to west side. Again from the west side, it goes to north and directly to the east. So in between that area, there is a Saswat, and all that area is called as Karha river basin. Okay, it is called as Karha river basin. So all of you know that rivers originate from the mountains. Okay, rivers originate from the mountains, because at where there's a mountain is there. Okay, so the rainwater is collected from the valleys, from the drainage, and it becomes a river. So basically Karha river, okay, it begins or originates at this mountainous region, and this is a 3D map. Now see, here is the 2D map of the same area. Okay, I hope you are able to see 2D map of the same area. Now see here, there are mountainous ranges from north side. There is a Purandar fort. What is the height of that? 760 meters almost. 600 to 760 meters. Okay, there is a Narayanpur, and this is a mountainous range. It extends to west side. From west, it goes to the north side, and there is a Diveghat, Katras Diveghat range. Okay, so Katras Diveghat range, there is, you can see 650 meters, then 600 meters, then 550 meters. It means from west to east, that height is decreasing gradually, and in between this area, that Karha river basin, there is a flat land. Okay, I hope you are able to relate these two figures now. One is 3D and another is 2D map or contour map of the same 3D area. Okay, are you able to understand this map, 3D map of Karha river basin, how it is 3D and how that is converted into contour map? Okay, okay, you understand it. Okay, now see what is the questions based upon that. A 3D model is given in the figure. The northern part of the model shows the basin of rivers Mula and Mutha. See, northern part. Here is the north. Mula Mutha basin. To its south is a Katras Devaghat range, extending from the west to east. Okay. Beyond that, some portion of Karha basin is seen. So basically, they are telling that this is Mula Mutha region. From Mula Mutha region, if you go to the south, there is a Katras and Devaghat range. Okay, Katras Devaghat range is there. After that, there is Sasod and there is a Karha river. Okay, if you go to southward more from Karha river basin, then there is Narayanpur and Purandar. There is also Purandar mountain range. See, so based upon this, they have asked some questions. In which direction does Fort Purandar lie? So can anybody tell me at which direction Purandar Fort is there? I need answer from you people. At which direction? Okay, Fort Purandar lies in south direction. Okay, what about other friends? Vedika has given answer. Okay, Mans has given the answer. Okay, only you people are active, I think. Yes, it is of course right. It is the south direction. You can see them in the map. Second, what is the direction of flow of river Karha? So can you tell me that at which direction river Karha is flowing? From which direction to which direction? River Karha. At which direction river Karha? Okay, direction of flow of river Karha is from the west to east. Okay, north to south. Okay, Mansi, it is not north to south. Okay, it is from west to east. Okay, Vedika has given the right answer. Okay, see here in the map, direction also given, Karha river. Okay, we know that rivers originate in the mountains. Okay, so Karha rivers goes from west to east direction. See in this map also, there is a given direction, Karha river west to east. Okay, is it clear? Okay, okay, fine. Now, each parts are the hill ranges not observed. So, can you tell me that at which region there are no hills? Okay, you can also tell with the help of direction also. Okay. Yes, in the eastern part also hill ranges are not observed. Okay, in Karha River Basin towards the east, there are no mountain ranges. In the Karha River Basin and to the east direction. Which part of the map is not seen in the model? Why? Let me see what it is. Which part of the map seen in the is not seen in the model? Okay, which part is not seen in the map? Okay, which is in the model. Okay, we will see it later on. Later on, I mean incoming session. In which direction does altitude of Katras Diveghat range decrease? See here, you can see Katras Diveghat. Okay, Katras Diveghat range. So from which direction it starts decreasing to which direction? Okay, Katras Diveghat range. Altitude starts to decrease. Yes, Katras Diveghat, its height decreasing at some direction. Okay, decrease to north. Anybody else? Okay, see here, friends. Though Diveghat is shown in the north direction, but see here. Okay, see here. At west side, there is a 650-meter height showing. Okay, but when you are going from west to east, its height start decreasing. See, 650 is there. Okay, after that 600 is there. 550 is there. And from the map also, you can easily see here 3D model that at west side, Diveghat is having highest range and it start decreasing when we go to eastern region, right? Are you able to relate it? Yes, west to east, right? Okay, in which direction higher hill ranges are located? Okay, no issues. Higher hill ranges located at western part. I mean south part, right? South part. See here at Purandar, the maximum height is up to 760 meters, which is greater than the Diveghat range. Okay, Narayanpur and Purandar, 760 meters height is there. Okay, you have answered properly, friends. Okay, and you have cleared your confusion also. While finding answers to these questions, you will become familiar with the contour lines and you will be able to identify major landforms shown by contour lines. Okay, so I hope with while answering these questions, you have understood this contour map now. Okay, and you are able to understand that where is the what is the type of landform over there. Okay, what is the type of landform over there? See, these are the mountains. Okay, these are the mountain ranges. So here is the basin, or we can say drainage system. Okay, so I hope you have able to understand it. Now you have one task here. Find the altitude of your place above mean sea level in meters. So do you understand this? What is the contour? Okay, what is the concept of contour maps? Okay, what is the concept of contour maps? Okay, keep everything aside. Now just focus on whether you have understood what is the contour map. Okay, why contour maps are drawn. Okay, how they are drawn. contour maps. Okay, Vedika has understood, Mansi has understood. Okay, I hope all the students have also understood this. Okay, now you have one task. You have to may know your height from the sea level. Okay, what you have to do? You have to know your height from the sea level. Okay, you can find it with the help of okay mercury meter, right? That what we use height gauge is there, right? So you have to find out that what is your height from the sea level. Okay, and you have to draw contour lines from mean sea level to your place. The interval of the contour should not be more than 50 meters. Okay, determine how many lines you will draw from for this. Okay, now what do you have to do? For example, you have to know your height. For example, your height is 760 meters from sea level. Okay, your height is 760 meter from sea level. It means basically, for example, see, Kara River is nothing but the sea level. For example, and you know your height is almost 760 meters, means you are living at Purandar, on the fort of Purandar. Now, what they have asked you, basically, from zero, okay, then you will go for 50 meters height. What is the shape of your control map, or what is the shape of that region at your place? After that, you have to reach to 100. So likewise that 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, okay, 450, 500. So likewise that you have to reach to 760 meters. So basically, how much will be the lines? Okay, how much line you will have to draw? So basically, you have to do this. If you are at, for example, 100-meter height of from the sea level, okay, you are at 100-meter from the sea level, then there will be only 2 to 3 lines, one for 0, one for 50 meters, and one for 100-meter, because at 100-meter you are living at 100-meter. Basically they have asked you to do this, so you can do this on your own. Now next one is, friends, consider you have to go, you have gone for mountaineering. Okay, तुम्ही पर्वतारोहणासाठी गेला आहात का, पर्वतारोहण किंवा गिर्यारोहणासाठी गेला आहात. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, you are going for mountain Everest. Okay, Mount Everest. You have to conquer a peak A on hill A. Okay, see here, hill A is given here, fort is here. Okay, a map of this hill is given. Studying the contour line in the map, find the side from which you will reach the peak safely and easily. Mark your path on the map with the pencil. So friends, tell me, can anybody imagine this from this contour map, how hill will look like? Can anybody imagine it? Are you able to imagine that how this hill will look like? Because you are going to reach at place A here. Here is the place A. You are going to reach that place, and you have asked which path will you choose. Here is the direction given. Upward side is north, downward south is south. Okay, so right side is east, and left side is west. So they have asked you that which side you will start climbing, so that it will be easy for you and safe for you to reach at point A. Can anybody tell me that from which side you will try to climb, or you will start to climb at position A or at point A? Yes, anybody? Okay, Rudra is saying that he will start from south. Why would you start from south? Okay, so until other gives answer, Rudra just write that why you would choose south direction, huh? And what about other students? From which direction would you start and why? Okay, south is there, but why south? And other friends, which is your direction that is safe according to you and easy according to you? Okay, Mansi is saying that south because it is entry of the mountain. Okay, Rudra, why you are choosing south? Do you have answer? Okay, okay. Okay, Vedika, you are not able to understand, right? So basically, I am telling you, see this contour map. Basically, this is the contour map of a hill or a mountain. Okay, see here, the highest point is A, which is 300 meters above. You have to reach to point A. Here are four directions: north and south, east and west. So, based upon the information given in this contour map, you have to tell which direction you will choose to climb at point A, which is easier also and which is safe also. Okay, time is now not matter here. Okay, time doesn't matter how much it will take, but it should be safe and it should be easy for you. From which direction? From south, from north, from east, from west, which you would choose and why you would choose. I hope you are able to understand the 3D model of this map, this contour map, how that mountain will look like. Okay, and from both based upon that, you have to answer that which path would you choose. Yes, Vedika, do you understand? Hello. Okay. Okay. Basically, Mansi, you have given right answer. Okay, because it is the entry of mountain. Okay. I will start from south because other side is not in slope and we need to trek from that side. So I will take time to trek. But if we choose south, then it will be. So basically, you can climb from any direction. If you go from north direction, you can see there is a steep slope. येथे अत्यंत जास्त एक प्रकारे आपण म्हणत उतार आहे किंवा त्या ठिकाणी मोठमोठे कडे आहेत. So you cannot go from north because it is not so easy and it is not safe. If you take the example of south, then see here, first 50-meter, again up to 100-meter, there is a long space. From 100 to 150 meters, there is again long space. It means what? There is a low slope. And where there is a low slope, you can easily climb small portion and you will reach to point A without any accident, without any safety issue. Okay, so that's why south side is safe one because there is a less slope. थोडक्यात या भागाला उतार थोडासा कमी आहे. तुम्ही पायऱ्यांसारखं या भागावरून you can go like steps or staircase, right? You can use this as a staircase because at 50 to 100 meter there is one step, 100 to 150 there is another, and 150 to 200 there is another. Okay, likewise that. But if you go from north direction, then there is a steep slope and there is a guarantee. Okay, there is a maybe there is a possibility that you will fail from that point. Okay, so this is the case here. So from here you have to understand from this map that how that hill is actually in reality. Okay, so here is the exercise for you. Now see here. Here is another map given. Here is the river. Okay, and at river side there is steep slope. See 100, 150, 200, 250. So basically when you will reach to 100 to 150, 150 to 200 and directly 250, then there is one flat place. Okay, at the top of this mountain. But near the river, the slope of this mountain is very high. Okay, very steep slope. Okay, see here. Also here 320 meters and 370 meter. So basically these two mountains, इथे दोन एक सुळके आहेत आपण म्हणूयात. ओके, ज्याची उंची आहे 320 मीटर आणि 370 मीटर. So basically in this area, this is the maximum height. Okay. So friends, this was about the 11th lesson, that is contour maps. Okay. I hope with all this discussion, we have understood properly what contour maps are, why these maps are used, how these maps are drawn. So anybody having any doubt? If you have, please ask me, because we are about to conclude this session. And also tell me how this session was. Do you understand from this session? You have got different information from this or not? So how was this session? Was good? Okay. Okay. Okay, friends. So now good night to everyone. And you can leave the class now.
Bye,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Good night, everyone.
Bye, sir.
Bye, 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 everyone. Okay, okay. Class schedule will be there.